Audiobook 7.7. The Book of Cycles. What keeps returning? The sun rises, the sun sets, the tide goes out and comes back in, the seasons turn, seeds become trees, become seeds again. Civilizations rise and fall, and something rises again from what they leave behind. Everything moves in cycles, not perfectly, not mechanically, but with a rhythm that, once you learn to feel it, is unmistakable. The Book of Cycles asks why, and what it means for how we live. The ancient Greeks identified the great cycles of history, the rise and fall of empires, the movement from order to chaos and back again. Heraclitus saw the eternal flux beneath the surface of things. The Stoics found peace in the recognition that everything turns. In the East, the concept of cyclical time runs even deeper. Hindu cosmology describes vast cycles of creation and dissolution spanning millions of years. Buddhist teaching centers on the wheel of samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The I Ching, the ancient Chinese book of changes, is built entirely on the recognition that reality moves in patterns, and that wisdom lies in reading those patterns accurately. Indigenous traditions around the world organized their entire relationship with time around cycles. The cycle of the moon, the cycle of the seasons, the cycle of the generations. Time was not a line moving from past to future. It was a wheel. And your position on the wheel determined everything about how you understood your situation. The cycles are not only visible in history and culture, they are written into the fabric of reality itself. Stars follow a cycle. They emerge from clouds of gas and dust, ignite, burn through phases of growth and maturity, and eventually transform, either in the quiet shedding of a dying star or the spectacular violence of a supernova, seeding the cosmos with the material for new stars, new planets, new life. Atoms cycle, galaxies cycle, ideas cycle, civilizations cycle. The same pattern appears at every scale, from the subatomic to the cosmic, from the lifespan of a thought to the lifespan of a universe. You are not separate from this pattern. You are an expression of it. The Book of Cycles proposes something precise and powerful: the 11-folded path to infinity. That all matter and energy, including you, passes through 11 recognizable stages, not as a rigid prescription, as a map, a way of seeing where you are in the turning and what that stage asks of you. It begins before birth, in the quantum field, in the vast potential of what has not yet taken form. This is the origin, the stage from which everything else unfolds. Then comes the first transformation, from energy to matter, from potential to actual, from the infinite to finite form. This is pre-birth, the quiet preparation before emergence. Birth follows, into light, into time, into the world, into the beautiful and necessary forgetting of where you came from. That forgetting is not a mistake. It allows you to fully experience what it means to be here. Then infancy, growth, the body forming, the brain connecting, every cell following a pattern older than memory. Then childhood, the stage of discovery, of holy curiosity, of asking why and how and what if, before anyone has told you that some questions are too large to ask. Then adolescence, the stage of learning, of forming beliefs, building identity, beginning to understand the shape of the world and your place within it. Then adulthood, the stage of building, career, relationships, home, family, creating meaning through action, shaping purpose through choice. Then middle age, the stage of harvest, seeing the fruits of what you have sown, beginning to recognize patterns across a lifetime. wisdom emerging not as certainty but as the acceptance of paradox. Then old age, the stage of reflection. Looking back on the journey from a distance, seeing its shape, preparing, consciously or not, for the next transformation. Then death, the second great transformation, mirror of the first. From matter back to energy, from finite back to infinite, from form to formlessness, and then the return, back to the unknown, like a drop of rain returning to the ocean, like a flicker returning to the eternal flame, like a photon dissolving into a sea of light, from which the cycle begins again. Different form, same essence, new journey, eternal return. So, where are you now? You are somewhere on this path right now. You have always been on it. You will always be on it, in one form or another. The invitation of the Book of Cycles is not to rush through the stage you are in, or to grieve the stages behind you, or to fear the stages ahead. It is to recognize where you are, to understand what this stage asks of you, to stop resisting the cycle and begin moving with it. Childhood is for discovering, adulthood is for building, old age is for reflecting. Each stage has its purpose. Each one contains information that only that stage can give. Start from the origin. Trace the pattern. See where you are in the turning. And then, with that understanding, choose how to move. We close this audiobook with a track from the Pi 11 Pi catalog called Start from the Origin. Let it return you to your own beginning, to the seed moment of whatever cycle you find yourself in right now, and let it carry you forward. Looking forward to meeting you in Audiobook 7.8, the Book of Revelations, ready when you are.
Thank you.